Vážené dámy, vážení pánové, dear excellencies, dear guests, I have the privilege to speak first today, and I hope I will make my time. I was afraid I will be here alone. I will tell you later on why. I'm happy I'm not. And so first of all, I would like to thank the organizing team for all effort they made to prepare this event. Without that effort, we wouldn't be here. And I would like to stress that. This event enables civil society organizations like our and also others to have a dialogue with representatives of the states and other stakeholders who are present, maybe media, about situation concerning human rights in the Czech Republic and pressing issues we need to work out. Having such an event, I hope it will help us to actively participate, not only us but also member states, in the UPR review of Czechia in November 2017. First of all, I would like to tell some introducing words concerning the situation in the Czech Republic, and then I will be more detailed concerning some issues, human rights issues we are concerned. And on behind myself, you will see on presentations some key, let's say, values we as a Czech Helsinki Committee are devoted, and therefore we are here and we participate actively for the first time in the Universal Periodical Review of the Czech Republic. I would like to say to all of you and to remind also to us that we are all living in extremely turbulent time, which make great pressure on every individual to make her life. For the states, the situation is not better because states are again only individuals with their priorities, preferences, fears and shortcomings. That makes effort of those defending key values like human rights, human dignity, truth, democracy more difficult and complicated than it would seem, considering the fact that we are living here in the Czech Republic in almost 27 years in so-called, I have to say that, established democratic society. Before I will speak and introduce our work, I would like to say that if you will hear during today criticism towards our country, it's not because I don't respect, I don't like it, I don't love it. It's because I think that we all deserve, and especially those whose voices we are defending, they deserve improvements. And that's why we are here. First, let me introduce a bit Czech Helsinki Committee. It's a non-governmental organization for human rights which exists for more than 27 years, almost the same time like the democracy in this state. Czech Helsinki Committee was pioneered on the field of human rights in this country, I must say. And in 2014, when I joined the team and became part of this organization was about to end to lack of finance and capacity to continue its mission. I would like to remind that also to see how the situation is coming back and forwards, like the human rights situation in this country. Since the time, but we are here. Since the time Czech Helsinki Committee is officially established in 1990, its mission was to monitor human rights situation, inform about human rights violations, and to remind the state, like today, its obligations connected with ratified human rights conventions that the state was and is since early 70s party. The list of such conventions would be huge, like the human rights fields which we should monitor and we would be involved. And it's not in my capacity today to brief you about all vulnerable groups and all human rights issues which deserve your attention and needs improvements. Since Czech Helsinki Committee started its mission during communist regime and it continued with also during the time when the new democratic state was born, and values and principles like human rights, respect to rule of law, democracy again, their content again. Today, 27 years after, we are still far from the ideal situation. Civil society organizations and human rights defenders in the Czech Republic are blamed for failures of this society and the state. We are called enemies of the state when criticizing shortcomings in the human rights situation of different groups. There has to be discussion. Why the civil society and human rights organizations are blamed? Why the general public doesn't see that all human rights and all human beings living in this country deserve attention, not only those privileged. So if I will today speak about vulnerable groups, some vulnerable groups, I would like to remind to those who doesn't know our organization that we were raising voice of those since 1990. So our expertise is coming from not early years, but also since meeting these people, these vulnerable groups in person, hearing their voice when they call us, when they come in person to our office, and they deserve our attention. Many of them, I must say, they don't want to witness on public, so I feel privilege and I feel obligation to witness about their suffering. And I think that you are here, you are privileged to help us to improve situation of such groups and take a measure to improve situation in this country. And I believe that if I will be speaking about some shortcomings in this country, you may say the same situation is in your country. But I believe that if you will help us to improve some situations of some groups, like prisoners, like children in foster care and institutions, like women who were forced sterilized, like groups who are from minorities, migrants, and also religious groups who are suffering from persecution in this country, that you will also help to improve situation of those groups in your country, because always the state tends to, hopefully, to follow the good examples.